If you're looking for some affordable housing options in Charlotte, North Carolina, in one of the fastest growing communities, this video is for you. Because I've had dozens of clients reach out to me through this channel and asked about Kingsdale, which is a large master plan community that's been built by Pulte Homes. And they've got several different build options available right here in Indian Land. And we're just a mile away from Highway 521. So that's gonna give you direct access to Ballantyne and everything South Charlotte has to offer. Floor plans here start as low as the 500s with the amenities that includes a pool, pickleball courts, and miles of walking trails. This community is gonna have something for everyone. And along the way, I'm gonna tell you why Kingsdale is positioning itself for extreme growth in the upcoming years, and you can still get in at the early phases. In fact, the pool and the amenity center, they're not even open yet. So out of the 3 floor plans we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the larger and then we're gonna work downwards until the final one, which is gonna be the smallest. But I'm saying smallest because it's not small. So let's go ahead and have a look at this large floor plan. So when you come through, it's pretty grand in here. Really like some of the finishes that you can see. You've got both a home office, which we'll check in a second, and you've also got this really nice dining room. A lot of nice features in this dining room. I'm sure you can see. You've got some batten board style on the wall. You've got the tray ceiling. You've got the double window. So you're full of natural light in here with this really large entranceway, which I absolutely love. Then it's gonna sneak a little bit around because now we're gonna check out the home office. Now this home office, it doesn't have the French doors on here. You can include those, but I like the way that this one sits, specifically the angle of it. It is not a huge office, but it's plenty big enough and it's at the front of the house. So when you do work from home, or should I say, if you do work from home, you're gonna have the privacy right here. And then you've got a sight line all the way through to the main living area. So a good size. Really like these floors that are on this. The color's fantastic. Lots of storage options in here. So you're gonna have your traditional cloak closet that wraps around there, carry like the Harry Potter style. Wait until you see the second level in here. Some really nice features. And then you've got the half powder room. And keep in mind, I should have put the lights on in here. Keep in mind that this is set up for the sales office. So you can bump that out if you wanted to do a full bathroom, but right now it's just set up as a sales bathroom. Now here's where we're gonna go ahead and get really, really excited because this open floor concept here is ginormous. And they've got a sunroom, which we'll check out in a minute. And there's an additional room in here that not every single one has, which you can upgrade to. So there is a nice little butler's pantry out here. Use a little bit of an imagination because the garage entrance point right behind me is the sales office, but you have the connection from the dining room all the way through. So you've got the butler's pantry in this section. Nice feature in this. But we're gonna start in the back because I wanna show you something that you can do as an upgrade to it. And I don't see this very often. You've got like a study area in here. Again, extra feature you can get with this. You've got some homework desks there. Nice features with the countertops, cabinets, exactly the same as the kitchen. And then the kitchen has this ginormous kitchen island and then the kitchen counter space. There's a lot of counter space in here. Just look at how big this kitchen is. Wraps around, you got the gas appliances, large kitchen island, shaky cabinets, you got the white color, really nice. You've got the double oven and you've got the slide-in cooktop there, very popular for the chefs out there. And then you have a nice pantry, decent size. I'll give that about a 7 out of 10. Not huge, but a good spot. Now there's a section on this specific that the builder has included on this that it doesn't come standard, but you can include this, and it's this sunroom area. So as it sounds, you've got all the windows here, lots of natural light coming in here, and they've got it set up as a nice little reading room, which is great. So use your imagination. If this is something that you did not need, you can go ahead and that would be a window, and then here you'd have your slide-in doors. So a nice feature. Dining area, not too exciting, fairly standard here. Nice bit of space between the kitchen island, of course, and then the dining table. And then here's one of my favorite rooms. you've got this really nice living room. One of my favorite features, but not my favorite feature. We'll go ahead and get to that in a second. I don't like these whitewash brick. Really stands out in the gas fireplace, TV mounted on the wall, some nice accents there with some batten board. So downstairs here, where you're gonna do most of your living, is incredible, but wait until you see the backyard. The hardscape package that the builder has included on the model house, it's just to give you some ideas, but we're really looking at the size of these because these are really big 50-foot lots, and it really does come alive in the backyard. So you've got plenty of room if you wanted to do something like this. They got the fire pit, you've got the smoker in that corner, you got an outside fridge, an extra living area, plenty of space if you wanted to go ahead and maybe put a pool, but these lots are really big. A lot of cul-de-sacs in this community as well. Once you study the map on these and you start to see available lots, incredible space and lots that are available. But here it is, we got some Bermuda grass back here, very seasonal here in the South, so it does go dormant in the winter months, but as you can see, there is so much space. Can't wait to get upstairs because there's more to see. Top of the stairs on the stairwell, you've got a loft area. Now it's not enclosed. You do have the open stairwell, so you can have some noise carryover. So it's not a true media room, but it is nice for an easy setup for a second living room up here, the loft area. Not huge, it's not the biggest, especially for the square footage and the price point, which we're gonna talk about here in a little bit, but you do have that option over here. So combined with the sunroom and this loft area, it has really nice. And wait until you see the primary owner suite. But we're gonna stop and show you some additional bedrooms first. Off the loft, you're gonna come in and you're gonna see one of these bedrooms right away. It's a nice sized bedroom. And one thing that I like about this is that it has its own ensuite bathroom in here. You've got a nice built-in closet. Front of the house, double windows, and then you've got a nice full bathroom. You've just got a standard bathtub, shower combo, sink and commode, but some of the design studio options you can pick out are really nice, which is good. This would actually make a really good guest suite. And as we're coming over, we're gonna go into a similar sized bedroom. Again, it's off the loft area. This one is gonna be a little bit wider. It looks like it's about a 12 by 16 to give you an idea. Decent size, and as you can see, this one actually does have a walk-in closet versus a built-in closet. Decent size, not huge. I'll give that one a good 6, 7 out of 10 as well. But for the size of the room, it is ample, big enough. And then the last bedroom that we have before we get to the primary is this one. Nice little pony style design in here. Very similar to the last bedroom. So these will probably be the bedrooms for one or maybe two of the children in here. And then you've got the very same closet, decent size. One thing I do like about this second level is they did change the flooring from the LVP, and they have this really nice padded carpet in here. Makes my feet feel really nice. And then those two bedrooms share this bathroom. Now this is where you don't have a tub in this one. You've got your standard double vanity, nice laundry. You've got the commode around the corner, and then you have a decent sized shower. It's not huge. You can of course do the bathtub in here, but personally, the way that they've done it right now is probably what I would set this up. And then last but not least, the most unimportant room in the house is of course the laundry room. You got a sink in here. Do like these cabinets, tons of cabinet space in here. Wall to wall cabinets, a lot of storage in here. Turn around, you got your security and your Wi-Fi access up here, and you've got your washer dryer. So plenty big enough up here. And then here we go on the primary owner suite. So let me go ahead and kick this around so you can see it. Just look at the size of this. Questionable light fixture up there, but we'll let that one slide. And we do have a nice tray ceiling up here. Really like that. Decent side, love these styles. Seeing this a lot with this beadboard style coming up. See it quite a bit. And then you've got the two transitional windows over there, which is very nice. And then here is one of the walk-in closets. This one is much deeper, but again, it has my pet peeve. Why in the world do builders not do the custom wood shelving in there? They always tend to do that, but that's gonna be a video for another day. Here is the bathroom. Let me just back up so you can see. You've got a nice double door entranceway. We're transitioning now from the carpet to the tile. This is pretty unusual. So guys, drop a comment, let me know what you think to this. We've got the his and her sink separate on the other side. And this is a really wide primary owner suite bathroom. For all you people that insist on having baths, there you go. We got you covered in this one. You got a window in here. You got a really big shower. This is quite unique the way that they built it because it's a corner unit. Normally you just go in and out and it's a rectangle or even a square, but not this one. You've got the built-in bench on that side, so it's nice. And then you've got the two shower heads. You've got the rain head and one in the wall, so really nice shower. But here's what I want to ask you guys. Do you like this where you have two separate sinks and they're not side to side? So this is fairly unusual, but it makes sense in here because look how wide this is. This is a really wide bathroom. You got the commode and then you've got, let's see, closet number 2. This one's probably gonna be a little bit wider, but it's not quite as long on this one. All right, let's go and talk about price. So this floor plan is called the Riverton, and there's a couple of different options you can do on this. So you can have it either a standard 4-bedroom or you can bump it up to a 6-bedroom house, depending on some of the upgrades that you can do. Now the pricing starts right around that $540,000. But for this particular one, I want to be completely transparent with you. Once you've started doing your lot premiums and done some updates, on average, it's about $50,000 in the design studio. You're looking right around $700,000. In fact, there's one available right now that's on a cul-de-sac location that has the exact same features that we just toured, and that's listed right around $749,000. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump next door because there's another floor plan that's slightly smaller than this, and we're gonna go ahead and decrease in price. So this one is actually one of my favorite floor plans that Pulte does, but we're gonna save this one for last. This is gonna be your true ranch house. You do have that option to do the 2nd level bump out if you are looking for an additional bedroom and bonus room and bathroom upstairs. But the options on this house, the features, really incredible. Again, one of my favorites right here in this community. But we're gonna jump right next door from the Riverton. We're gonna see another traditional 2-story house. This one's got a different flow in it, so drop a comment below. Let me know which out of the two stories you prefer. So even though it's a traditional 2-story, it's gonna flow and feel different. But some of the features, you got a nice outdoor front porch here, hardy board siding, veneer stoning, but here's where everything changes. When you come in this house, you're gonna have a completely different line sight to it. Wider hallway, it's gonna see that sight line all the way back to the living room, which I personally love, and it doesn't feel like you have to walk 3 minutes to get back there. It's almost very inviting that you just walk right in, which I appreciate. Now here on the left-hand side, you're gonna have a formal dining room. Drop a comment below. Do you like formal dining rooms, waste of space for the couple times that maybe you use them a year? It is a little bit smaller, which I do like because again, me personally, me and my family, we don't really use dining rooms too often, so it's almost like a waste of space, but I do appreciate for everyone that loves them and wants to do some entertaining, this is where it's gonna happen. But it does feel very inviting in here. You've got the large archway coming through, like it. I think I'm gravitating more so towards these floors, really like the coloring on this. Now here's your sight line through. I'll have a quick sneak peek at the kitchen, the living room area, but there's a little pit stop that I wanted to take before we get here. And this is right here. So even though this floor plan does not have a home office, a dedicated home office, this is something very unique that I don't see too much. So if you like it, give this a thumbs up. It's a small nook area that's built what I call in the mudroom area. So this is gonna be your entrance from the garage. So your everyday entrance point is gonna be here. You got a very small little drop zone. Nice feature to have. You got a cloak closet there. And then you've got this built-in desk area. So if you work from home, it doesn't quite give you the privacy that you will probably need. But if you have young kids and this is gonna be their homework station, it would be perfect because the kitchen is right here and you have a line sight just to make sure your kid is doing the homework and not goofing around. But this kitchen, some of the features in this look really, really nice. This house is gonna be priced less than the Riverton, and just look, you don't lose much, if anything, in the kitchen with the updates. Love these cabinets. The backsplash just makes this kitchen pop. Heck, I even like them pendulum lightings up here. Great use in here. Now, one thing you're gonna have the gas cooktop on here. So you do have a microwave oven combo there, but you have that cooktop. One thing you're gonna lose a little bit of counter space from that wraparound, but there is still plenty of counter space because you've got this section right here, and you have the butler's pantry section right here. So this is where you can keep all your toaster ovens, your blenders, your Vitamixers, you know you have them, people. And you've got under cabinetry lighting, something that's very nice. And of course, if you are gonna use that formal dining room, straight shot through here. Decent pantry, again, it's not huge. I'd give that another 6 or 7 out of 10 on this one. And then coming through, we're gonna have a small dining area right here. You don't need it too big. We do have a really nice screened in porch here. But this living room, I personally like this fireplace better, but I think I'm gravitating towards the next one as far as the downstairs living space. You'll see why here in a little bit. But this is a really nice use of space. I like the bump out on that far corner, which makes it pushed out so it does seem a little bit wider. You've got a nice tiled fireplace. And then of course you have the nice pieces of furniture. You could of course get the built-ins over there, but you don't really need it. But this area right here, I really like this because if you did want to put a sectional, you could use a huge sectional. A lot of furniture could fit in this room. And of course we do have a bedroom downstairs, which we'll get to here in a second. But let's check out the outdoor living area. One of my favorite things about living in the South is of course our weather. And as a point of reference, you are watching this video, or should I say I am filming this video in the fall. Really nice. It is a little bit hot and steamy today. That's why you need outdoor living areas so you can really enjoy it. And having these screened in porches, even though this one is not huge, it's plenty big enough to go ahead and put some furniture out here. And it does get a little bit better because we have an extra double wide concrete slab. So if you did want to put a grill out here, ooh, speaking of grills, I gotta show you this. Love that this builder does that. So you do have a gas line coming out. If you did want to go ahead and get that grill out here, you got that black stone that you're cooking on, you know you love it. Same size lots, really big lots. This is plenty big enough to put a pool, but right behind me, right over there where those excavators are, I don't know if you can see them or even hear them, but that's where the pool is gonna be. Summer of 2026, it's gonna be up and running. Pickleball, you are gonna have what else? Clubhouse with the fitness center, and you are gonna have a pool in there for the community. So maybe save a few bucks and just go ahead and use the community pool. Here's a nice shot of the whole open floor concept downstairs. It really is big, guys. Even though that corner nook over there where the desk is, it does feel part of this room again. So it might not be ideal for those that work from home and need that privacy, but what an amazing kitchen, one of my favorites. But there's one last stop before we hit up the second level, and that's gonna be your guest suite. So you do have a fairly small bedroom. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. You got the built-in, not too big, just a single window in here. So you couldn't get too much more furniture than that's already in here. But you do have a small full bathroom here. Single sink, same cabinets, countertops, commode. And let's see what surprises we have behind here. We have a decent shower, tiled all the way to the ceiling, as you can see, custom cut glass. Nothing too exciting in here, but perfect if you do have, what do we got in here? I missed this. I'm gonna show you, I missed this walking through. Storage area, so you could keep all your Christmas stuff, your Halloween, Thanksgiving decorations. You wouldn't even need to climb ladders. Speaking of climbing ladders, we're going upstairs. Right at the top of the stairwell, you're gonna hit the loft, which is very similar flow than the Riverton. But this loft has the Riverton beat because it's larger, and I like the way that it flows around. It's almost like it acts as the central hub point for the second level. Now I'm gonna show you the primary owner suite here in a second. It's a little bit further off, so it's more privacy. It's right down there, but there's a room, or should I say a section within the primary owner suite that you just didn't find in the Riverton. But here you can see that this loft area, it is bigger. They've got a sectional They've got like another home workstation over here. And you could of course put a TV on there if you did want to make it this living room area. But this is cool, the designers killed it. This is not standard, but it just gives you an idea. Tile is pretty cheap, and they've got the backsplash from the kitchen, kind of makes everything feel nice and warm and fuzzy, and it brings the whole house together. The first bedroom that we're gonna get into, it's one of the corners. You got a couple windows on here, one front facing, one side facing. Not a huge bedroom. This does have something nice, even though it's a built-in closet, it does have its own ensuite bathroom. It's nice and long and narrow. You've got the same cabinets, countertops, you got the tile flooring, tiled bathtub with the shower in there combo, but it's not just your pan. As you noticed, it does have, it's got a metal bathtub and it's a tiled shower, so it's a nice little feature that they can do on here. Really like this room. They've killed it with the designer. And then coming back again through the loft area, you're gonna hit up the second bedroom, which also has its Jack and Jill. Who doesn't love Jack and Jills? Everyone loves Jack and Jills, right? So this bedroom, similar size, one less window, no window on this side, so you can kind of feel the natural light a little bit. You do have, of course, a built-in, I'm sorry, that's not a built-in, that's a walk-in closet. And then, of course, you have your Jack and Jill. Now, we'll walk around, but I want you to get a feel for this, because what we're gonna see right here is on this, you're gonna walk now onto a tile. So you've got a transition now on flooring, and then you've got a single sink right here, which is nice. And then you've got the door over there, which is gonna have the bath, shower, toilet in there. So each of the Jack and Jill rooms is gonna have its own separate sink. Really good. It's gonna keep the fighting to the two kids down to a minimum. And then on the next side, I'll walk around so you can see it. So the next room, they've got this one set up as a baby's nursery, crib room. Nice updates that they've done. Classic shiplap, very stylish. You got recessed lighting in here. And then again, you've got a walk-in closet, decent size. And then you've got the exact same Jack and Jill combo sink. And then in here, you have the commode. And then ta-da, you have the shower tiled the same way as the ensuite in that other bedroom. So you've got access points to bathrooms, showers up here. Really nice to have all these features. You do have a smaller laundry room, but does anybody really care? Come on guys, drop a comment below. Let me know if you really care about laundry rooms. I know people do, but decent size. You got the cabinets, you got a sink in here. Everybody loves a laundry sink. But here we go into the primary owner suite. Let me know guys what you think about this one. Really nice, large primary owner suite. Couple of windows, you got the tray ceiling. Really nice. Actually, I like that light fixture. And then coming over here, this is the room I was telling you about. Nice feature. Don't see this all the time. Sectional couch right over here. You could do multiple functions in this room. You could set it up as a TV room. You could set it up just how they have it. You could set it up as even a home office. You could set this up as just a reading room, nice place to relax. This truly is like a spa feature in a house, but really like what they've done with a shiplap. They've just done it 3/4 or so up through. Really nice. You can see that. Does really good job. And then here you got the primary owner suite bathroom, a little different. You've got more of the classic side-by-side vanities. You've got a huge shower, really big. You've got the one shower head and then one rain head shower. And then you've got a really big bench that's built out. Decent size in there, not huge. Then you have the commode. And then of course you've got the his and the hers closets. Let's see which is the biggest one. Okay, decent size. Give that one a good 6.5. And this one is gonna be a solid 6. Okay, Not the biggest closets out of the two. Ladies, that one is yours. So in case we haven't met, my name is Dean Hardy. I'm a local realtor here in the Charlotte area. I'm gonna put my contact information right below. So if you are thinking about making a move here to the Charlotte area, go ahead, pause this video, give me a call, shoot me a text, so you can send me an email. Now, with that being said, this floor plan is called the Continental. It's 2869 square feet, and it comes either configurable to a 4 or a 5 bedroom house. So the 4 bedrooms is gonna be right around that 2869. You could bump the square footage up to well over 3,000 if you added that additional bedroom down here. Now, as far as price points go, this one is gonna be more affordable than the Riverton. It's gonna start as a base price in the very low 500s. By the time you've picked out your lot and gone through the design studio, you're really looking for the very low 600s. So as far as square footage, what you get for value, this house ticks a lot of boxes, but I've got one more to show you, which might be my personal favorite one out of all of them. So if you're looking for more of a single level ranch style house, this one's got you covered. But this option that you can do, and we're gonna tour it right now in this model, they do have the second level bump out. So if you wanted to either have an additional bedroom upstairs, loft area with a bathroom, this is an incredible option for you. All right, let's go. Now, I didn't really emphasize this enough when I spoke last time when we went into the last Continental, but just look how wide this front porch area is. A lot of times what you come in, you're gonna see a really skin long, narrow porch area, but this is actually a legit floor space, or square footage, should I say, that you can use and enjoy here in the months ahead. Now, coming into this, you're gonna see a huge front door. It's a nice 9-foot front door, looks very grand. And one of the things you're gonna notice about this one, you do have the high ceilings in this. You've got a line sight right to the back of the living area, fairly similar, but this is where this one really gets a little bit different, because you're gonna have access down here through your garage area. You've got your laundry area at the front of the house out the way, and let me show you this so you can see it. You got a different style of cabinets, countertops, just gives you an idea on some of the different pallets you can pick out on here. More storage in here, so a decent size. And you've got a little more drop zone over here. Again, it's not huge, but it's nice. I like this one personally because it's not your normal white one. They've gone ahead and put it more of a gray color, but you've got like a utility room coming in from the garage, so you can kick your stuff off, throw things in the laundry, it's good to go. Now here at the front of the house, we're gonna have the first bedroom. So it's a decent size. It's much larger in size. It's at least a 12 by 12. It might even be a little bit bigger, but you got a double front window over here. You've got a built-in closet, which is always nice, but this is just a really nice space. It just feels a little bit bigger, and it's kind of enclosed off because it almost feels, with this entrance point, like it's in its own little wing. Speaking of, it's gonna have its own bathroom, and it is a full bathroom in here. Single vanity, nice tiled, you got your bed bath combo. This one has just the standard one. I always encourage people, if they do go ahead and get the option to build and pick out, it's much more friendly to go ahead and get it completed as far as the shower tiling during the build process than if you're gonna go ahead and tear it out later on down the road. Now coming through here, you've got a really large flex space, I'm gonna call it. So they've got this set up as a home office. So it's long, narrow, skinny, window on the side. You've got tray ceiling up here, but you could use this for multi-function. So home office, yep, absolutely works, as it sees right here. You wanted the formal dining room, yep, that would work here too. If you wanted to do the formal office, you could go ahead and close this off, put some French doors in here. Probably wouldn't be needed if you wanted to do a formal dining room. And it's kind of like in a nook out the way, so you do have a bit more privacy. It's not right at the front of the house, but home office I would absolutely recommend. Now here is going to be your added bump out for the second level. So if you wanted to do this just as a single story, you would just basically delete that, but we are going to go up there because there's a lot to see up there. Some really nice features. Now the main living area here, let me turn the camera around so you can see it. Let me know what you think about this. This to me just looks incredible. It's not huge, but it's such a good use of space. I mean, even the kitchen, it does seem smaller, but the use of space in here just makes this room flow, especially when we get outside here. on the outdoor living area, and you've got a primary bedroom on the main level, which is always nice. So a couple of the features that you're going to see, very similar to the first Riverton. Instead of the whitewashed brick, you've just got your traditional brick. You do have a tiled nook area. Again, this is something that you could do aftermarket, maybe save a few design studio dollars on this one. I get people that reach out to me all this time through this channel, and we either look at spec homes, resale homes, or we build from the ground up. So there is a lot to go ahead and digest, so don't try and do it by yourself. You give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We'll work with you to make sure you get the best possible price. But I do like this style. Definitely worth doing if this is something you like. Now here's the kitchen. Nice cabinet colors. You've got extra storage. I think I missed this on the first walkthrough. Very cool. You've got a nice farmhouse style sink in here. Quick pro tip, don't leave it like this. You can already see that it's already started to scratch on here. You can get these covers in Amazon. I think they're about 10 bucks. You just put them in, they don't scratch up because these scratch really easy. But I like this gray color on here, really nice. You got some nice, more vintage style pools on here, more of a classic subway tile. And you've got the 5-burner gas cooktop for all the chefs out here, your hood. You got your oven microwave combo, dishwasher. Let's see what this pantry is saying. Decent size. I'd give this one a 5, but you know, for the square footage on this house, it really works. And then of course, if you did want to use the, as a home office, you could do your formal dining here or flip-flop vice versa. But this is a pretty small area. This is where you're gonna lose a little bit of square footage. So they've used a round table here, and that's probably gonna be the highest and best use of this space. If you put something too big, it's just gonna chew up too much space, especially the outdoor living area, which we'll check out right now. If I can get the door open. Really nice. Now, one thing that you're gonna notice when you buy ranch houses, they have bigger footprints. So you're typically gonna get wider lots. Ranch houses are priced differently when you spec them out. For a comp purpose, for the square footage value on them, because they're just bigger footprints, so they work by different rules. So this is going to include a nice outdoor living area. Love what they've done with this turf over here. But if you wanted to, you could screen this area in over here. You could put a TV on the wall, make it really friendly here for this summer, warmer months. And you got a nice little table right over here. So you got that outdoor living area, and they've mixed it up and put a different hardscape package, which is nice. You got, what's that? You got a pizza oven. Don't see those too much. And then you've got just your traditional grill in here, but nice stonework around, and nice. You got some granite countertops out here. So this is really nice feature. Now, just have a look at the size of the lot on this one. Because this one is the ranch and it has more square footage of the ground, it probably wouldn't be ideal, even though this lot's not perfect for a pool. This lot's probably not going to be good for a pool. There's just too much square footage on the house. But as you can see, the house from the back, it looks like a traditional 2-story. From the front, it looks like a ranch. So really good style. All right, let's go ahead and check out the primary owner suite. Really nice. Conveniently located right off the kitchen and dining area, you've got a really nice size primary owner suite. But we are going to show you something in the primary bathroom that the other two just simply don't have. Decent size, I'm guessing, what's this, 14 by 12. You could easily put a California King if you wanted to bump that out. You got your tray ceiling up here, recessed light in. Just needs to drop a fan on here. So here's where things get a little bit different. Oh, before I do, you know we like pocket doors and Jack and Jills, never go out of style. So you're gonna transition now from, this is more of an engineered wood flooring versus the LVP. And you're gonna transition now into the tile. You've got your classic double vanity in here, nothing too exciting. But speaking of exciting, this is where things do change. So you're gonna have more of a larger custom shower, walk-in, but you are gonna lose a bathtub. So drop a comment below, let me know. Is it worth the sacrifice? Yes, this shower is incredible. Love it, it's huge. You got your double shower heads over here, you got your bench over here. It's tiled all the way around. There's no door coming into this, so it is just an incredible space. But are you willing to lose a bathtub to get this? A lot of people say that they do now. Not everyone wants to take baths. It's kind of like a dining room, but again, it's a controversial point. You've got your commode over here, and then of course you have your closet. We're transitioning now to the wood flooring. Now, next up, we're gonna go upstairs, but before I do, just wanna give you a couple reasons why this area is just primed for growth right now. So in Indian land, it is in South Carolina, so you're gonna have the lower property taxes on here, which is driving people across the border. We are just minutes away from Ballantyne on 521, so a huge selling point. The second thing is the school district. According to niche.com, Lancaster County School District is one of the strongest in the area. So people, again, families that will have school-age kids are coming out here. So when you see in a community that has somewhere between 250 and 300 homes that are going to be built in here, you can imagine they sell pretty quick, but there is available to build from the ground up still, and there's spec homes to be available to be purchased. So if this is something you're interested in, reach out to me. You can go ahead and build from the ground up, or we can get you a good deal on a spec home. So entering the loft now, you've got a couple different configurations you can do, and I'll talk you through them. So first, you're just gonna have the general loft area, but it's set up into two different components. So they've set this section up initially as a living area, a second living area. Interesting choice of couch. Haven't seen anything like that in quite a while, but you could easily put a TV over there if you wanted to make this section right here more of a media. Now, right behind me, you're gonna have an extra bump out, which does come standard when you do the second level. And you've got more of a game room, how they set it up here. So it would be perfect if you wanted to do crafts room or maybe even a home office. You could go ahead and set this up. You do have access to the attic there, which does have subfloor in there. So you could keep all your storage, so you wouldn't have to be climbing ladders to get your Christmas trees down. So this area is just ginormous. Now they've added the additional bedroom up here, so you can get this built out with just the 2 bedrooms, but they've got this one set up as the 3rd bedroom, and this is where it is on the 2nd level. So you've got a couple twin beds in here. It's a very nice size room. It's probably one of the bigger ones out of the additional non-primaries. And then of course you've got a pretty good closet in there. Walk-in closet. I'm giving that one a solid 7 out of 10. And if you wanted to do the extra bathroom, if you didn't, this wall right here would be all closed off, but they've gone ahead and done the full bathroom in here. So you've got the shower bath combo, tile floor, vanity, and the commode. Through there, I'm not going to go in there. That's where the furnace is, but you do have additional storage in there. So there's tons of storage options in this floor plan. Another highly customizable floor plan. This one is called the Mystique. If you wanted to do the true ranch single level, it's 1,809 square feet, and you can either do this as a true 2 bedrooms or a 3rd bedroom. That office / dining room, you could turn that into a bedroom. The builder can do that. If you wanted to do the bump out, you can do additional 2 bedrooms up there. So anywhere from 2 bedrooms all the way to 5 bedrooms. So lots of options with this specific floor plan. As far as pricing goes, it starts in the high 400s base price, but it can go to around 600,000 depending on the level of updates and if you do want to do that bump out on there. So still, for the price point, square footage going from 1,800 to well over 2,600 square feet, lots of configuration options. I'm gonna put a link to another video. If you like Pulte and you wanna see a different side of town, I'm gonna put a link to another video right on the screen here. And I'm gonna put my contact information right below. Call, text, email. If you are thinking about making a move here to the Charlotte area, whether it's across town, across country, go ahead, pause this video, write my phone number down, reach out to us, and we'll go ahead and schedule a call. We can learn exactly what you're trying to accomplish. And until the next video, guys, I'll see you around town, and God bless.